Every few years, we get graced by the movie gods with a film that has Nazis getting absolutely obliterated, burned,
Anybody order fried sauerkraut?
exploded, melted, and this movie's no exception. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, directed by Tye Herbstreit, is based on a true story. Before the United States joined World War II, with the indirect backing of Winston Churchill, the British plans to attempt an off-the-book sabotage mission against the Nazis' U-boats called Operation Postmaster. So the genre of this thing, it's a spy film mixed with action and also a lot of comedy. Like I said, it's set in World War II, so there's that as well. This film was a pure fun time at the theater and a perfect popcorn movie. And it actually really exceeded my expectations. Going in, I saw the trailer. I was excited about it, seeing Henry Cavill in it in the main role. What we thought we were going to get in Argyle, we kind of got in this one. So speaking of Henry Cavill, we'll talk about the acting first. He did a great job in this film. He displayed his range as a funny character. When we were first introduced to him at the beginning of the movie, the audience around me couldn't help but laugh at his tactics, and his British accent was excessive in the best way. The next actor I want to talk about was really surprising to me. Her name's Eiza Gonzalez, and she was a standout actor in this one. I would consider her more of a main character than Henry Cavill, and Henry Cavill was like supposed to be the main guy, but we spent a lot of time with her. She displays a very believable performance as she gets behind German enemy lines. It feels like this role was made for her, kind of like a James Bond-esque character, and she played it very well and was very believable throughout the whole movie. This movie also had Alan Richardson in it, who when I see him, I think of Blue Mountain State, a really stupid TV show from back in the day. But he's huge in this one. He's jacked. He's looking like The Rock. His character's pretty hilarious, and he's a badass with a bow in this thing. Another standout actor in this one was Babs Olasamokun. It's been a big year for him. He appeared in Dune 2 and Dune Part 1. He's the one who Timothée Chalamet fights at the end of the first one. Ends up losing that fight, but he's had a great year, ended up in this one with a bigger role, and he continues to give some great performances. And then last but not least, the bad guy in this movie. Thought it was pretty funny. It is
another one up there you might be familiar with. Sergeant Hugo Stiglitz. Heard of him?
Everybody in the German army's heard of Hugo Stiglitz.
Hugo Stiglitz. His real name's Till Schweiger, and I can't help but see Hugo Stiglitz when I see him. And with this thing being so closely related to Inglourious Bastards by Tarantino, I couldn't help but see that. But he gave a great performance and great bad guy. He truly commanded the screen whenever he was on there. That's a key to making a great movie, is having a great villain. As I mentioned, Inglourious Bastards, this movie is a heavy inspiration for this film. It is based on a true story book, but it was hard to shake the comparisons. I mean, it's a World War II film. It's these guys going on a secret mission for the English against the Germans. And I gotta say, the English accents in this movie, I feel like they pulled some inspiration from that one scene with Mike Myers and Fassbender.
What should we drink to, sir? Well, down with Hitler. All the way down, sir. Yes.
If I were to compare these two movies, I would say Inglourious Bastards is more of a film, and this one's more of a popcorn movie. That's the best way to put it. There's really no sense of danger or realness within this film. Another movie I thought of while watching this film was James Bond, which we later found out as the credits rolled, it taught you about the real people that this movie was based on. The character that Henry Cavill was playing was actually the inspiration for James Bond.
James Bond.
You gotta love a good spy movie. I've been missing seeing a good spy movie, so I was pleasantly surprised with that comparison. And then the last movie that I was thinking about while watching this was Ocean's 11. This movie flips on its head a little bit towards the end. No spoilers, but it becomes a kind of a heist film, and the characters have to use their unique abilities to get the job done. So this is 100% an action film, and it's so beyond over the top and such a good time. We're just going through with machine guns in both the hands, just do 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 do. Oh gosh, that was bad. Tons of Nazis get smoked. So if you're looking for that, this is the right movie for you. And there's also no shortage of explosions in this movie. This movie knows what it is, and it does a great job doing it. I will say the British accents in this film are really funny, and they really play into the stereotypes a little bit. And the audience around me that I was with was laughing throughout the whole film. So expect a lot of comedy, a lot of action, and just a lot of good times. Now I will say this film isn't perfect. There is a lot of nitpicks you could have with this film, but for what it is just entertaining 2 hours or so. But I will point out a few details that I noticed. So I mentioned Inglourious Basterds already multiple times, and there was a kind of a cheap reveal where Isa Gonzalez's character kind of has a little giveaway, and Hugo Stiglitz is able to pick up on that and realize she might not be who she said she is. And also at the halfway point of this movie, a lot of our main characters, Henry Cavill and company, are on the boat and they're not in the action. And it felt like for majority of the movie they were on the boat, but they definitely make up for it when they're on enemy territory. But it made the story drag a little bit more than intended. And the last negative I have, this movie just like didn't take itself serious at all, which is fun. It's a good time, kind of like a Godzilla Kong situation. But when you have no seriousness, it's hard to care about these characters. Or not care about these characters, but it's hard to have any fear that they're gonna perish. Our main characters are basically invincible, and we don't really feel the stakes as much because we know they're gonna pull through. And it's kind of just like an excuse to F up some Nazis. That's pretty much it. And I'm there for that. I had a great time with this film. The rating, I gave it a 4.3 out of 5, and I would go and see it again. I recommend you guys go see it and let me know what you think about it. Definitely one of the more enjoyable experiences I've had in a theater in recent memory, and it did not disappoint. Thank you guys for clicking on this and watching the review. Please leave a like on the video. It helps us a lot. Have a great rest of the day. I'll see you guys later. Let me know if there's any other movies you guys want me to go see. Alright guys, I need to figure out how to end this thing. Maybe I'll do like the spin. See you guys later. Peace.